90-Day Fiancés Sarper-and-Shekinah swap wedding for bedding ceremony. 90-Day Fiancé, the other way stars Sarper-Güven and Shekina Garner have finally wed. And they decided to switch up the traditional wedding ceremony to get married in bed. They had a bedding ceremony. The couple met on a dating site during season 5 of the show while vacationing in Turkey. Originally, Shekina was supposed to move to Turkey. However, this didn't happen, and by the beginning of season 6, it was revealed that she had to return to the US for work. Sarper followed her on a K-1 visa. 90-Day Fiancé stars Sarper and Shekina discussed their bedding ceremony. But that wasn't the end of the drama. As a returning couple on 90-Day Fiancé season 11, fans watched as they continued to argue. Despite having proposed in season 6 of The Other Way, the couple still had a lot of issues to resolve before saying "I do." Now we know they made it through. At least to the wedding, or rather bedding portion of the program. The couple decided on having a wedding in bed, and honestly, it's really so on brand. The reality duo caught up with TMZ and shared some of the details of their non-traditional bedding ceremony. "We love being in bed, honestly, Shekina, we spend a lot of time in bed. We don't even have a dining room table, we eat all our meals in bed, we watch a lot of shows." She paused and then added, "We were really afraid of marriage actually, so it made it a little less scary." Sarper added that nothing about their relationship was normal, so it was expected that their wedding wouldn't be normal or traditional either. The couple also shared that their family was shocked but not surprised when they heard. "They were shocked," Shekina revealed. "But they also weren't that surprised because they know us. They know that we're going to do something unconventional." When asked if they would recommend a bedding wedding to other couples, Shekina was quick to answer, "No. It's our thing." This made Sarper laugh as he joked, "We are selfish son of AB** cheese." What happened to Shekina Garner and Sarper-Güven after 90-Day Fiancé season 11? Shekina Garner and Sarper-Güven are one of the most popular couples on 90-Day Fiancé season 11. The couple is one of the only returning ones on the current season, which has caused viewers to become more invested in their storyline. After meeting Sarper in Turkey, Shekina tried to move there permanently, but ultimately wasn't able to. As a result, Sarper decided to come to America on a K-1 visa to marry Shekina. While Shekina and Sarper's relationship had an electric start, things have gotten more difficult for the couple after moving to America. Recent statements by Shekina have caused viewers to wonder if she is still with Sarper. Here's everything we know about the situation so far. Shekina Garner and Sarper-Güven's relationship problems began when they were living together in Turkey. When viewers first met Shekina and Sarper on 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way, the couple had a lot of problems. Shekina was bothered by Sarper's past, particularly the fact that he claimed to have slept with over 2,500 women. Sarper's job as a personal trainer didn't help Shekina's insecurities, and she eventually forbade him from seeing female clients as a result. On Sarper's end, he felt concerned about Shekina's lack of desire to live in Turkey permanently. Shekina ultimately decided she couldn't make the move for good, due to her daughter and business in Los Angeles. The couple decided that they would need to move to America and get married to stay together. Sarper proposed to Shekina shortly after, and she accepted. Despite being in love with Shekina, Sarper was unhappy to leave his family and life behind in Turkey. Shekina and Sarper faced even more challenges after moving to America. After arriving in America, Sarper realized it wasn't exactly what he had pictured. He was surprised to see that Shekina's apartment was smaller than he had imagined. Sarper's main concern was the fact that Shekina runs her business out of her home, which meant that he would have to leave every time she had a client over. Sarper also had a difficult time meeting Shekina's family. He had previously met Shekina's sister Sharia in Turkey, although the meeting didn't go well. While Sarper made a better impression the second time around, it was evident they still had doubts about him. Shekina and Sarper's relationship hit a breaking point during a fight they had shortly after returning from visiting Shekina's family. Sarper told Shekina that he hated her amid an explosive argument about their relationship problems. When the couple sat down to work things out, Shekina admitted that she felt she could find a more compatible partner for herself. Sarper admitted that he wanted to fix the relationship but refused to apologize for yelling at Shekina. He even claimed that if he broke up with her, she would cry forever over him. Did Shekina Garner and Sarper-Güven split? While there's no certain indication that Shekina and Sarper have broken up, several of Shekina's recent Instagram stories point to the possibility. Shekina recently did a Q&A with fans, where several asked her about her relationship with Sarper. Several of her responses were somewhat concerning to fans. One viewer asked Shekina to name something she wished she could currently change about her life. Shekina answered, "I wish I had a happy, healthy relationship with Sarper." This raised suspicions that Shekina and Sarper's relationship wasn't doing the best after filming. Another fan asked if Sarper had calmed down since arriving in America. Shekina responded, "Nope. Living here together in the US has made everything harder." In another post, Shekina also suggested that she and Sarper wouldn't be appearing on any more seasons together. While Shekina's Q&A isn't a direct indication that she and Sarper broke up, it strongly suggests that they aren't doing well. Of course, viewers will have to wait until season 11 concludes to get a more definite answer on the couple's relationship status. 90-Day Fiancé's Shekina Garner and Sarper-Güven give confusing relationship update amid split rumors. Sarper-Güven and Shekina Garner from 90-Day Fiancé have sparked major confusion with their latest relationship update, especially after Shekina recently hinted at a breakup. Sarper's controlling behavior on the other way raised red flags, but he appeared to change for the better. Once viewed as a franchise bad boy, Sarper won over fans, particularly after moving to the US to marry Shekina. However, Shekina has now cast doubt on his transformation, suggesting that Sarper may have only been pretending to change and that the man fans fell for might not be real after all. A major clue about Sarper and Shekina being married was recently spotted online amid Shekina claiming their relationship had hit a rough patch. However, everything seems to be okay now for the couple. Shekina recently told a fan on Instagram that they wouldn't see her and Sarper on the show in future seasons. Shekina's response was to the fan asking if she was going through a difficult time in her relationship with the Turkish man. However, Shekina and Sarper's joint Instagram page at Shekina Sarper 90 Day tells a different story. Shekina posted a picture of her and Sarper kissing each other in downtown Los Angeles. She captioned it, "Nothing worth having comes easy." Shekina added that this was the reason why they were still out here working on keeping what we got. What Shekina's message about relationship with Sarper means amid split rumors. Shekina opened up about relationship struggles and hinted at possible breakup. Shekina first sparked speculation about a possible split when she shared a revealing note on Instagram, hinting at serious issues with Sarper. In the post, she opened up about what sucked in her relationship, describing how she felt ignored when she was hurt, sick, emotional, or lonely while her partner remained emotionally unavailable. She also claimed that Sarper threatened to leave her if she became too fat or too skinny. The message painted a painful picture of Shekina's experience, suggesting she was deeply affected by Sarper's toxic words and dismissive behavior. Shekina also gave a major clue about a possible breakup when she told followers she might never film another 90-Day Fiancé season due to how difficult her relationship with Sarper had become. While she stopped short of confirming a split, Shekina admitted that their relationship was far from easy. She revealed that living together in the US had only made things more challenging. Despite the tension, the couple's latest post carries a more positive tone, offering a glimmer of hope to fans who are rooting for Shekina and Sarper to work things out and stay together. Our take on Shekina confirming she's still with Sarper after hinting at show exit. Shekina and Sarper might be 90-Day Fiancé's next big comeback story. When Shekina first hinted at trouble with Sarper, fans began speculating whether the couple's next appearance would be on 90 Day, The Last Resort. Some even suspected her family might be angling for a spin-off similar to the family Chantel. However, the more likely scenario seemed to be Shekina and Sarper pursuing couples therapy. Now, with their issues seemingly resolved and Sarper proudly wearing his wedding band in recent photos, the married couple appear to be back on track, suggesting a hopeful and stable future beyond 90-day fiancé. 90-day fiancé. Shekina regrets moving to Turkey. She sees Sarper's red flags. 90-day fiancé. The Other Way star Shekina Garner is planning to return home to the US after finally realizing how big of a red flag Güven is. Los Angeles resident and 41-year-old Shekina sent her daughter Sophie to boarding school before flying to Istanbul. Shekina had been dating Turkish man Sarper for 5 months after meeting him on a dating app during her vacation there. Shekina had a series of terrible relationships in her past, but she felt a deep connection with Sarper, who's a confessed playboy. Having worked as an exotic dancer at over 600 bachelorette parties, Sarper was comfortable with casual relationships. He claimed to have been with 2,500 women, but he met Shekina and knew he wanted commitment in life. He hadn't been loyal to anyone in 43 years but was faithful for 79 days for Shekina. It was the longest he had ever been faithful to a woman. Sarper believes he is a changed man, thanks to Shekina. Still, Shekina has a lot to worry about as she plans on spending her lifetime with the bad boy. Shekina's parents weren't born Amish, but they loved the Amish lifestyle and had a lot of Amish friends, so they decided to raise Shekina and her 5 sisters Amish. The girls were not allowed to cut their hair or wear makeup. Shekina eventually wore down her parents and made them leave the lifestyle. Her lifestyle could be different now, but Sarper has put similar restrictions on her. Sarper has told Shekina that she has to change her makeup and hair color. While her trainer asked Shekina to gain muscle, Sarper, who likes the opposite